Myself is Akash. I'm a drums tutor. Like I have been working since years in a WeGotGuru. I'm going to explain you the difference between the groove and the fill. So what does a groove and a fill means? It is the most important component for the music. So like when we are playing something in a music, it consists of the groove and plus fills. What is a groove? A groove means a phrase, a continuous phrase which is repeated for a long period of time, like a 2 bars, 3 bars, or a 4 bars. It's a repeated time, repeated phrases for a maintaining of a rhythm and the tempo in the song. So that's called as a groove. And a fill, we are talking about a fill means it is a very short thing and a transitional part. We call it as a transitional part. So like when we are playing a continuous repeated of the groove, the phrases of the groove, we need some changeover in that groove, right? The transition and that like the changeover kind of a thing. So we need something to be added in between. So those called as a fills. Like it is a time gap to make a phrase transition. So to bring some transition in the phrases, we use the fills. It is will be very short and like improvisational. So as you see this basic groove, I'm going to explain you one by one with the practical thing. So the first step, you know that it is a hi-hat. So the basic hi-hat on the 4 counts, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And to get a good quality of a closed hi-hat, we have to press the hi-hat very tightly on our leg. So we have to press and hold, then play on the hi-hat, like 1, 2, 3, 4. The counts what I'm telling is a tempo, the counts in a bar, 4 by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep repeating this for a longer time so that you will get that consistency of playing that rhythm. 3, 4. Be perfect to the tempo. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now for the second step, we are going to add the bass for the first count. As you see the first count, there is a bass. So we are going to add a bass for the first count, like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. As you can see, the first count, it's coming with the hi-hat. The hi-hat is not stopping till the end. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we are going to move for the last step. So that is the third step, adding a snare. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. See the third step? So it's a snare. 1, 2, snare, hi-hat, bass, hi-hat, snare, hi-hat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a basic groove which you have to practice for a longer time. Once you get the easiness of this groove, then we have to try for improvising this groove. Like now, as this is in a crotchet, now I am converting this crotchet hi-hats to a quaver hi-hats. Like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and only the quavers and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so okay, now the second step of the improvisation groove, I'm making the bass also a double. The first bass also I'm making it a double, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and now as you know the third count it's a snare. So even for the snare we are going to make it double. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and if you have to keep this groove a very simple thing, we can keep a single snare for the third count, only for the third count, not for the and, not for the third and, only for the third count, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and now you think it's an elaborated thing. So now what I'm going to do is As it is a quaver, I am making a fastness in the bass as well as the hand. So now I thought of changing the snare place to the second count. To the second count itself, I am trying to add a snare now. Let me see how it comes. Like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. For the 3 and we are going to put the bass. And for the 4, we are going to add a snare back on the first count of the snare. Like on the second, on the fourth, on the quarter notes, not on the quaver notes. Okay, not it's on the quarter notes we are going to add a snare. So it comes like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. If I try to increase the speed, it comes out very good. So if I increase the speeds like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So this is how the grooves comes. So like this, step by step, we have to improvise by considering quaver hi-hats, quaver, semi-quaver hi-hats, the quaver basses, quaver snares. So we have to improvise like a step-by-step process. So once we are perfect with one groove, we have to try out the second groove. So the music almost depends on how the outcomes comes, like how the outcomes of the groove. So if it is coming good, try to make it better. Now we are coming for the last part, that is a simple fill. So we have to make a simple fill like a simple groove. So how to make a simple fill? We'll keep everything as a crotchet, like a quarter notes. So the fill comes out the 4 counts in the bar. So just make it everything in a quarter note. Right, left, right, left. So this is a quarter note fill. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And little more improvised, we can play a quavers also in between the counts. Like the first count crotchet, second count quaver, third count crotchet, fourth count quaver. It comes out like this. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. So this is a little more improvised. Now we can combine little more in a good way also. We can make it 2 quavers and 1 crotchet. So and the last one the quaver again. So we can make however we want, like however we feel we can put it. So I'm going to make like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So for the 3 and 4 I made a crotchet. So to get a little more good sound from the drums, we have to add a crash also to get a good transition. So what I do is, third count I will play on the floor tom and the fourth count I come on the crash. So it comes out like this. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. So the fourth count I'm going to add a crash. So quaver, quaver, crotchet, crotchet. So if I make the simple groove and the simple fill together, it comes out like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. So to get a rhythm, what I done is like the 3 times I played a simple groove and the 4th time I added the simple fill. So this is how we have to make it step by step process. So the improvisation is totally depend on our feel and our talent towards the music. Like it depends on our mindset. We can do in any way, any other way also. But this is a simple fill to make you understand how we have to create the fill, how we have to make a groove. Okay, now as I have explained you the simple groove and the simple fill, now I am going to teach you how to make it happen. Okay, so yeah, the first 4 counts, play the simple hi-hats on the hi-hat, like on the first 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the hi-hats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play from the tip. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play it confidently. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to repeat this for a continuous time. Okay, like repeated way. You have to keep on repeating the same thing. Once it is perfect, we have to go for the second step. Okay, now we are going for a second step and we are adding a bass for the first count with the hi-hat. Okay, 1, 2, 3, start. 1, 2, 3, very good. 1, 2, hit the bass loudly. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to swing your hands. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, stop. Okay, now we are going for the last step to make a simple groove is adding a snare. So where we are adding a snare? We are adding a snare on the third count. So it comes like 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all. So first count, play only the first count. Okay, second count, third count with the snare together. Correct. And the fourth count, hi-hat again. Yes, good. So we'll make it 2 counts each now. Play the first count and the second count. 1, 2. No, the 2 is not a snare. We have to play the snare for the third count. So, okay. Only the first 2 counts. 1, 2. That's all. That's it. Now, 3 and 4. 3, 4. That's all. Again, 1, 2. Correct. So, just keep repeating the same groove for a more number of times, like in a repeated way. 1, 2, 3, start. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Stop. So this is how you have to play the groove. So for a long period of time, you have to keep on repeating this groove. Once it is perfect, you have to try improvising like how I have told you. Like you have to improvise and make efforts.